Tim Van Nieuwhouse, wanted to specifically be associated with Golovkin, and Tom Loeffler believing that what he did for Golovkin, I want that for that young man, Ryan Martin. And Doug, this is an exciting, fan-friendly fighter with good, solid technical tools.
Yeah, there's a lot to work with there with Martin. I think fans who haven't seen him they're going to like what they see from him. He's tall, he's rangy, he's an aggressive boxer. He's one of these guys who could box very effectively from the outside, just off his jab, but he has a great body attack. Loves to soften his opponents up to the body, and so he likes to get inside to do that. Sometimes he stays in the pocket a little bit too long and gets pulled into the kind of fights that he doesn't need to be in. And that makes him entertaining.
And Doug, I think you would describe him as a young contender, rated number 9 by the IBF and number 14 by the WBO. I think within a year or so, he'll start to go from Gerber to steak, as Bernard Hopkins would say, getting off the Similac. 19-0, 11 knockouts, 24 years old. I get the sense now he's just overcoming the layoff that he had a couple of years ago, and now they got that ball rolling. And you see Tom Loeffler on stage there as he's made his grand arrival.
Tom Loeffler on stage, tattoo on stage. Ryan Martin, who's fighting for the 7th time in a year and a half. That's what you want to see from young fighters. Activity. Here he is, soaking it up, a chance to be on pay-per-view.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Ring TV's Jessica Ross.
Randy Caballero, Coachella's own. Looking sweet with his red shirt. Got the sunglasses going on. Father Nicaraguan, mother American. A big pride in Nicaragua. And that kid is at every single weigh-in, isn't he? That kid right there, does that kid go to school? He is every weigh-in, he's at every fight. He has to be homeschooled, right? He has to be.
Well, we hope so.
Either that or he's got the coolest dad ever. I mean, yeah. I think I'm the only one who's never taken a picture with that kid. But here's Randy Caballero, former 118-pound IBF world champion, ready to make his way into the MGM.
And Beto, this fight here against Diego De La Hoya is for the NABF Super Bantamweight title. So as we spoke about, you win one of those regional titles, you get yourself placement in the rankings, and you get to be in position to at least kind of be in position. So certainly a big opportunity for that young man right there to kind of regain some relevance to his career that, quite frankly, has been missing since November of 2015.
Does he have a tattoo now? He does now.
Oh, a little ink there.
Yeah, I got some ink. He had a new baby. Married. El Matador, Fabulosos Cadillacs is jamming. That's the song he comes into, running out to the stage. Got to get the tattoo bro hug. The Roberto Diaz hug. Eric Gomez hug. And it wasn't always hugs a few months ago as they were trying to iron out a new contract. They got it together, stayed home with the team that built him up. Roberto Diaz was actually with him in Monaco the night he won his IBF championship. At the end of the day, it was just business, but they got the deal done. Randy Caballero stayed with Golden Boy. Here he is, fighting Diego De La Hoya. And here they are, Monica Sears moving him around. Desi Mitchell, Yadira Tecate girls. Diego with a smirk, Randy's stern face. Nose to nose, okay. Oh, this is good, fellas. This is good.
Beto, for a Tuesday grand arrival stare down, that's pretty heated. As I mentioned before, there is some real tension. And I believe Diego De La Hoya is a little bit irritated given the fact he was called out on Twitter. And once the Golden Boy brass, led by Make a War Eric Gomez, got involved, I think they were kind of, I don't want to say embarrassed to take the fight, but they were certainly cajoled.
Look how intense right now Randy Caballero is.
Yeah, Caballero is all business.
Diego with that smirk. Jorge Lara to come on inside the ring. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Steve.
Yeah, and Lara burst onto the American scene last April 30th of 2016. He took on Fernando Montiel on a nationally televised show. Now, obviously, Montiel not in his physical prime, but what do I say? It's not if you win sometimes, it's how you win, and he blew him out in one. It was certainly an eye-open victory, Doug.
Yeah, and we should note that, although Montiel is definitely way past his prime, in Montiel's previous bout, he took IBF featherweight champion Lee Selby the distance and, acquitted himself quite well. So one thing we do know about Lara, dude can punch.
Yeah.
And I think fans are going to love his style. He's a southpaw, but he's very aggressive, comes forward, has a very heavy and busy right hook.
Yeah, 29-0-2, Doug, with 21 knockouts. I think it's a safe statement to say he's the hardest puncher that young JoJo has faced up to date.
Barbosa Box, Fernando Barbosa, boxing analyst with Zona ESPN. When this fight was even talked about, he tweeted, ooh, we, and all kinds. Let's see if JoJo's going to speak some Espanol. Ever-present smile on his face. Out of the 626, South El Monte. Did not go to a mountain like Miss Nighthawk, who's watching right now, who should be booking flights for her bosses, but instead she's watching Ring TV.
You got to have priorities in life, Beto.
Well, she went, this Hawk person went with her boyfriend to the fight at StubHub. Said, oh, wow, great recommendation from Steve Kim.
Oh, well, hey, I aim to please. I aim to please.
Also, that Kim dude is funny because, you know, you're Montebello. You're Montebello, man. The 3-2-3 All-Star. There you see him, Joseph Diaz Jr., very respectful. And they're going to face off 2012 Olympian Joseph Diaz Jr. Growing up before our eyes, we all saw him as an amateur. Made his pro debut at the old sports arena, now the future home of the LAFC. And here he is in a great test again, Jorge Lara, because Joseph says he wants Gary Russell. But you know, Lara, look at the way he just clenching his fist, that southpaw from Guadalajara. Fighting in Las Vegas, in Nevada for the second time in his career. Seven Nation Army, you don't hear that just at USC games. No, that is Triple G walking in. Always with a smile. Steve, look at that. What's behind him? What's behind him? Oh, those are belts.
Those are belts, and obviously those matter. And I wonder how Gennady Golovkin's going to react to this week. This is his first fight in Las Vegas. He's never actually been through this process. There's going to be a lot of media demands. He's never done a grand arrival. Again, this is one of those intangibles. He's now on the very biggest stage in boxing. How will he react?
Yeah, that's true. I think that's one of the big questions and X factors of this matchup. I think we know Canelo Alvarez is used to fighting on this stage, so the edge in big fight, mega event experience goes to Canelo.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great NFL players say the first Super Bowl they were in after hundreds of football games, they're nervous. I don't see why he wouldn't be going through the same thing.
He sold out Madison Square Garden.
He has, but you know what? This is now really the biggest event he's ever been in by far. I'm just telling you, there is a difference.
They weren't doing grand arrivals on a Tuesday with Bethel Durant, Steve Kim, and Doug Fisher.
No.
Welcome to the big time, Gennady Golovkin. And you're going to get interviewed by Jessica Rosales. There you see. Look at that. Signing a deal with Jordan Brand. Not just Nike. Jordan Brand is his guys are trying to figure out a way to carry all the belts back there. There's Gennady Golovkin on the stage at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Oscar De La Hoya, the Hall of Famer, behind him. Tattoo gives him the head nod. Now you know you're big time. Oh, look at the beard on the fighter from Guadalajara. That looks good right there. Fresh shirt. A smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's not. His face isn't sucked in.
Looks relaxed. Yeah, you think he shaves that before fight night? Yeah.
He's going to get every single ounce off.
Yeah.
And he ran up to that stage. Don't blame him. Look at Eric. Attaboy, Eric. Get it to 2017 with the Instagram. We saw him at the media workout not too long ago. Both he and Triple G looked ripped. We've been watching 24/7 on HBO. Fighters look ready to go. Twitter account, War Golovkin. Great broadcast team glued to Ring TV. Well, here's the guy you're going up against, Canelo Alvarez.